Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
So let's update our view on the Bitcoin market as well. In general, on the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, you can see price action stands also rather slow. It's mostly the same as on other markets, as Forex and the gold. And so on the gold, it's a bit more active, but on the Bitcoin, it's mostly focused on the intraday sessions, intraday charts. On the monthly chart, I just remind you that market is coming close to the MACD predictor line. So here we start watching for flirting of the price with the MACD. And for instance, if we will get like in July, we will get the bullish grabber, that might be decisive point, because that will be at least something important on the lower time frame, on a higher time frame. And it really could bring absolutely different sentiment, different vector to our trading on the lower time frames. So here it looks really exciting. That might be formed. Meantime, on the weekly chart, we have nothing, market standing lower. And here we have really tricky situation with the grabbers that we have on the daily chart. Also, guys, in the perspective of the grabber, market should move slightly lower, because the MACD right now stands 30.50, 30.20 area. It's right here, while the price stands 2000s high. So it means that it should turn right back down to touch the target, not target, the MACD indicator. And here, as you can see, market shows no ability to continue upward action right here inside the flag, turning down again and tending to the downside. Here's overall picture looks bearish. This is not good, especially when market already has shown the fake downside breakout, returning at the cup, forming this some kind of a hammer or something of that sort. Currently, nothing really criminal has happened, as price action mostly stands inside the body of this candle. But still, this tendency to the downside with some acceleration, this is not good for the overall picture. Usually market behaves different. In the case of the fake breakout here, it usually tends to high action. So here we do not see. Also, on the daily chart with the scrubbers, you can see it was really good sign of the bullish performance, potential bullish performance. But market wasn't able to do this. Here, as you can see, bearish reversal candle in general. So market creates the new top and close below the lows of the previous session. This is bad sign. That's not agrees with the grabbers. And in general, market looks really heavy here. This was also crushed by the recent CPI report. This was supported to the United States dollar and makes additional pressure on the cryptos. So here it's very difficult to call it as some bullish setup. It's really, this downside tendency makes me think that chances that we will see some deeper downside action looks greater than upward reversal here. At the same time, this choppy action that we have, it's very difficult to find some reason for a trading. It's really, for a daily chart, it's too choppy to make the decisions on the daily chart and take the positions on the daily and higher time frames. We need to wait something more clearer to trade. It means that all that you could do currently, if you would like to trade, you could focus only on intraday charts, where this choppy action, and when we apply the bigger scale, maybe you could find some reasons in this fluctuation, some clear patterns that are forming. For example, take a look what we have on the 4 time frame chart. Here, market definitely is forming some kind of a narrowing consolidation. It's a bit, because a smooth wedge pattern is forming. So potentially, it might be bullish. So because market theoretically could show the pullback, form this ABCD pattern, moving to the OP, but we do not know this exactly. So difficult to foresee it right now, because overall price action that we just discussed looks not very positive, especially on the background that bullish context has failed. On the weekly chart, fake breakout of the flag mostly has failed, or at least market doesn't show the continuation with it. Bullish grabbers on the daily also mostly has been erased, and from that standpoint, it's very, well, not comfortable for taking the long position with the upper target. The only thing that we see currently theoretically is possible to do is to consider very small trading setups. For instance, here inside of the consolidation on the hourly chart, you could see that market tends to show godless triple two sell patterns with the targets around the upper border of the consolidation that I show you here. Currently, this low, you can see that market has completed this A, B, C top OP target. And here, as you can see, some kind of the head and shoulders has been formed or something right at the bottom. Theoretically, following the same tendency and with the background on the bottom, it is possible to consider some A, B, C, D type of action back to the 34 area. So this is the only setup that we see here. Risk, as usual, will be below the previous lows, but this is only tactical short-term trade, because over a longer-term picture, even on the fall time frame chart, still stands unclear. Market really looks heavy. So it seems that my personal view is that chances on downside drop here looks stronger than upper continuation, based on the reasons that we just have discussed. Still, for trading on the long side, you could find some background, you can find some setups, for instance, on the hourly chart. This is the same tendency inside this wedge pattern, and theoretically, market could try to show this pullback to the border of the pattern here. So that's actually all that we have currently. Of course, the major event that we are watching is the monthly chart, whether we'll get the grabber or not. And of course, we're watching for big patterns. We hope that something will be formed on the weekly and daily chart, because currently it looks just some mess and chaotic fluctuations here as well. It's just impossible to use for trading. So something more clear we need to make the decision. So that's our view on the Bitcoin market. So let's see what we will get this week, and more important than the next week when we will get the Fed meeting in July session.